Good morning, my friends. Frank Weiss here from the Cranwell Foundation. I've told this story now a few times, and but for me, it was an important message, and I think you might be able to get something out of it. I broke my neck playing football in college. We were playing against St. John Fisher, and I was a defensive back. And I came up and I hit the receiver as hard as I could, and I didn't get my head up in time, and as our bodies collided, I broke my neck. So 27 years later, I found myself back on that same field on the exact spot where I broke my neck. And I was giving a talk to the football team up there, and I gave a talk to the nurses and doctors back at Strong Memorial Hospital where I was. Then, when I was on the field, I looked down at the grass and I had a conversation with that 21-year-old football player. And basically, I said, thank you for leaving all on the field. I love you. And then I apologized. I said, I wish I could have loved you as much as I should have when I was with you back then. In other words, I used to beat myself up a lot as a young person, especially as a 21-year-old kid. So, at any rate, then in this situation, in my imagination, the 21-year-old football player looked up at me and said, thank you for going ahead with your life. I promise I'll be committed to you and I will love you for the rest of your life. I don't care if you become president of the United States or a Skid Row bum. My love for you will be constant and unconditional, no matter what. So it was really a great healing moment. In the gospel today, Jesus is approached by a religious leader, and he asks him, which are the most important commandments? And Jesus quotes Deuteronomy. He says, love God with your heart, mind, body, and soul, and love your neighbor as yourself. These are the two most important commandments. Now, loving your neighbor as yourself is great as long as you love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, how are you going to love your neighbor? But that's not what we were taught. But I think the truth is, if you can figure out how to love yourself no matter what, I think you can live a full life, a life of confidence, and a life of gratitude and service. But it boils down to, if God loves us unconditionally, so the way to reflect that love to the world is to love everyone else unconditionally, not judging. But it's got to start with yourself. So today, make an effort to love yourself and be there for yourself. And if you can do that, you can be there for other people. Amen.